Hello, Internet. Quick disclaimer. For the next 5 episodes, we've lost the footage.
Of us talking.
So
it's going to be audio only?
Yes, with clips from the show.
Yes.
We lost it for discussion and us actually watching as well. This
Technical
happens.
difficulties.
Yes. So to make up for it, we are actually going to do 2 episodes this week, today and Friday. So look forward to that. And again, sorry for the inconvenience. It will go back to normal in a week or so.
We promise. You can see our beautiful faces again.
All right, enjoy the episode.
Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet.
Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 12, Fire Plus Water.
Oh, plus water.
Yeah, it's a little plus sign.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Last time.
Previously on Lost.
Previously on Lost. Kate effed up.
As always.
Although, I mean, if she wasn't there, what would have happened?
They wouldn't have had leverage.
They were outnumbered with guns. They had the leverage. They didn't need Kate. That was just extra.
Yeah.
Jack was just gonna stubborn them down.
I mean, he wasn't exactly rational in that.
No, he wanted to get Michael back because he was convinced that if we let Michael go, we're never seeing him again, and he's my friend. We're not close, but I don't want. He has a son out there. I want to reunite them. This is making that harder.
Yeah, Jack was working through some issues.
Yeah, he was also remembering a time he cheated a little bit on his wife.
Who also cheated
Who
on
we
him.
found out was super cheating on him. And that's how the marriage fell apart. Well, that's not how. That's when it fell apart.
Yeah.
The how is he was ignoring her too much, focusing on work.
And they didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah. Yep. So, that was last time. What do you think fire plus water is?
I don't know. That's very vague.
It is. So let's find out. But first, you at home, don't forget, this is not a market substitute. Be sure to support the official release on DVD and in streaming places where it's available. I don't know where that is at this point, but it's places.
It's in places.
It's in places. Look it up. There's Google. Let's watch.
Voltron! Whoa! Where are my presents? Right over here, Charlie. It's a piano! Father Christmas must have known how talented you are. Someday you're gonna get us out of here. All of us.
Come on, baby brother. You can't save your family if you don't play.
Come on, Charlie. Play.
You ain't saving no one, is. Music. Music will never get you anywhere, Charlie boy. You need a trade.
Dad? Do it, baby bro. Save us. Aaron? Aaron?
What's that dream mean?
Literally, like, all of his freaking insecurities and shit. All at once in one dream. I mean, dreams can help you process. Help your subconscious mind process stuff.
We were strangers on a plane and we became friends.
Now what's your friend, huh?
Please, Charlie.
Yep, that's
Just
the same
a
reaction
little
I would have,
juicy
like,
space,
seriously.
Okay?
She's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Hey. What are you doing up? You should be laying down.
I just needed to see her again. Isn't she brilliant? Where's Liam? He's not here.
Karen, look, it wasn't his fault. He missed his flight. He's on the next plane, alright? He'll be here soon.
He's okay.
He's great. He's a dad. Liam, wake up! Oi! What the hell's wrong with you? What the hell are you doing?
Oh.
Baby brother. You're supposed to be cleaning up. Get up. I told Karen you missed your flight. Oh, by the way, you have a daughter. Her name's Megan. After Mum? Yeah, after Mum. Now clean yourself up. You're a sodding father now.
That Libby chick seems pretty cool. I mean,
So he's like,
whoa, you got a little love connection going over there, Java? No, just asking. Yeah, I hear you asking. Forget it. Hey! Help! The baby!
oh no. Damn, he's trying to swim all the way out there.
You said he's not a strong swimmer before.
Aaron!
I got it. It's alright. It's okay. You're okay now. You're safe.
He's in danger. You have to save him. The baby's in danger. You have to save him. The baby's in terrible danger. You have to save him. Danger. You have to save the baby. He's in danger.
Charlie?
Save him.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing, man?
What's going on?
It's the middle of the night. What are you doing with the baby?
That's not good.
I don't know.
Oh God.
Hey! We're over here!
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. He's okay though.
I had this dream.
That didn't help.
Well, I mean, she doesn't know anything.
I know, but that sucks that he sleptwalked, accidentally kidnapped the baby.
Look who's off to the laundromat. Well, go on.
Go help her.
I'm sure you've got a load you need to drop in.
Subtle, Sawyer.
Waiting for my moment.
That's your moment.
Well, your moment is now, Hoss. Hey, Libby!
Fucking Sawyer. Aww.
Hey, yourself.
Are you using? Hey, sees a horse? Nothing. Pretty much everybody's seen Walt wandering around the jungle.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
It must be the bloody drugs, right?
Okay, he's not, you know, he's not wrong. Well, yeah, because you... he's getting defensive because you're attacking him.
Echoing me. We burned the whole thing. The heroin, the statues, it's all gone. Destroyed. All of them? All of them.
And then he's lying again.
That's a lie. There's the lie.
Yeah, I think the thing with Charlie is, like, he doesn't... Like, he's not completely wrong about, like, what he's saying. Like, yeah, with everyone, it's like, oh, it was me, it must be the drugs, right? But, like, he doesn't really take responsibility for anything he does. He just seems to put the blame on, like, an external factor. It's like, oh, it's his brother, or it's heroin, or it's sleepwalking. Like, gotta take some personal accountability, Charlie. You're an adult.
All right.
I mean, I say that, and then he's in a freaking big-ass diaper. Literally, as I say that, he's in a commercial where he's an adult baby. How ironic. This, my friends, is an adult. But hey, you gotta make money somehow.
Give us another chance.
You want another chance? Take my advice. Ditch that one. He's a bloody disaster.
I'm not ditching anyone. He's my brother.
Well then, I guess you're fired.
Washer and dryer newer than everything else in here?
Everything else is from the 70s, but the washer and dryer seem a lot newer.
I got it in some of the
I'm gonna write that down, because I forgot to write stuff down.
Pull this off.
You don't think it was just like an error?
Or that they're just questioning, say, it's not a mistake.
Oh no.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I mean, other than the flight? I cannot believe you don't remember stepping on my foot.
I did.
Yes, you did. And it was hard. I know that because I remember you were the last one on the flight and you were all sweaty and you had headphones on and Crunch. You stepped on my foot.
Really so awkward.
What are you doing?
I'm marking trees. Because these are the ones I like.
Oh yeah, and then there's the vivid dreams that make me feel like I'm completely awake until, of course, I wake up. Variations of Aaron being in mortal peril. There's the flying dove and Claire and my mom dressed as angels telling me I need to save the baby.
What if you do need to save the baby?
Claire, wait! Please, Claire.
This is not the way to do it, Charlie.
The baby's in danger. Look, I've been having these dreams. I know what they mean now. Hey! Claire, listen. We have to baptize Aaron. We can do this. That goes the priest. We can do this. We can
It's time to go.
No, wait, I'm not finished.
It's
Claire,
time to go.
we have to baptize Aaron.
Ah, Charlie. Yeah, I figured when it said fire and water, they're like, baptism. Especially because Charlie's Catholic, I think.
He was raised Catholic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it seems like he still believes in God, and he still kind of...
Up until he became a rock star, he was pretty religious.
Yeah. Like, he still believed in stuff, but yeah, he just stopped, like, practicing.
Yeah.
You hitting that? Nice beach. She's hot, you're hot. That's what people do.
I'm not hitting that.
I'm disappointed in you, Charlie.
John, you got the wrong idea, man.
You said you destroyed them all, and yet here they are. How is that the wrong idea?
I came out here to finish the job. I'm going to get rid of these right now.
Yeah, that's very convenient now that I found them.
You said everything happens for a reason. This island tests us. That's what this is, John. A test. This is my test. That's why these are here.
These are here because you put them here, Charlie. You've given up the right to be believed, Charlie.
How many times has Locke lied? Like a lot. Boone died because he lied. But Charlie, he makes one lie.
It's not just one.
It's one large lie. Not as big as, say, he fell off a cliff versus he could crush in a plane. I would say that's a bigger lie.
Yeah, that was like, Locke. You should have, especially because his life...
My understanding is that baptism is about making sure that children get into heaven. Call it spiritual insurance. There isn't any danger, Claire. Charlie just feels like he has to save the baby because he can't save himself.
And if anyone in Asylum is going to have a dream that means something, only I can have it. No one else.
Yeah. Locke is being a bit hypocritical. But Charlie is also unhinged, so... Yeah, I think just the sole difference between, like, Locke and Charlie is that Locke does, in the end, like, take responsibility for what he does, but Charlie doesn't. He just blames everything else for his own decisions.
Sure. Yeah, no, he definitely does that.
Piano. I sold it. You what? She was going to leave me. Charlie, she was going to take Megan. I have to take care of myself. For them. For my family. I'm your family?
That sucks. That was his piano.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, I get why he blamed his brother. It kind of...
Time and time again screwed him over.
Yeah. And it didn't seem like his brother really took responsibility for that either, so... They just don't take responsibility for any of their actions.
Charlie, what are you doing, man?
Charlie! What are you doing?
I'm doing what I have to do. You're not his father. You're not his family.
Neither are you, Charlie.
I'm not going to hurt him.
You're hurting me, Charlie.
I'm sorry.
You need stitches.
Damn, John. Punched him so hard, he needs stitches? Jeez.
I started the fire, Jack. Yeah, I know. I need to know you're never gonna do anything like this again. Ever.
It doesn't matter now, but I didn't use. I wanted to. I didn't.
It's not what I asked, Charlie.
It's not going to happen again.
On the face. Oh, the trees he marked.
Aw. Damn, Charlie, you gotta burn down Echo's trees like that? Bro.
He said that you told him that I had to have...
I did not tell Charlie to do what he did. I'm sorry if he misunderstood. Do you know what baptism is?
It's what gets you into heaven.
It is said that when John the Baptist baptized Jesus, the skies opened up and a dove flew down from the sky. This told John something, that he had cleansed this man of all his sins. Heaven came much later.
I haven't been baptized. And does that mean that if you do it to Aaron, if something happened to us, that we wouldn't be together?
Not if I baptize you both.
Why do you keep them? Why, Locke? Why?
Yep, that was Fire plus Water. What'd you think?
I like the theming. I like it. Like, both fire and water are used to, like, cleanse. Like, they're both cleansing agents. And I like the juxtaposition between, like, Echo's version of cleansing, kind of like the baptism. Because they're both Catholic. Like, both Charlie and Echo are Catholic.
Yeah.
But they use different, like, methods of cleansing, right? Echo used water to baptize, and then Charlie used the fire. I mean, he was trying to baptize in the water, but, like, he used the fire, right, to get that as a way to cleanse, right? And even, like, showing, the fire, like, took Echo's trees out.
Yeah. I also like the parallel that through this, Charlie became more like his brother.
Yeah, right?
The same way the brother took the piano selfishly, Charlie took the trees selfishly.
Yeah, and almost
for
Aaron.
The baby.
Yeah, right?
One thing I do like about this episode, it illustrates that Charlie has not only fallen in love with Claire, but he's also fallen in love with Aaron.
Yeah, and he views him as his family.
His son.
Yeah.
He sees him as his son. And,
yeah. He's basically, like, almost become the same as what his brother did to him. He did the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, a really... It's sad, you know? Like, seeing someone go down that path. Because it happened to him, and it's... I mean, it happened.
Yeah. I'll just say, when I rewatch, unless I'm specifically watching every episode again, I will skip this one.
Oh, yeah? Because
it sucks. I hate that this happens to Charlie.
Yeah, and I think, like, it does suck, and
it's a bummer.
It does. It's cool that, like, the parallels between his brother and then now him. Like, his brother before, who we know is, like, got his act together, he's clean, he's there for his family, but, you know, he did all of these terrible things to Charlie, who is also his family, and, like, basically took him for granted and, like, left him.
Yeah, when Charlie refused to, the director said, dump your brother,
ditch
or this is
him.
going to keep happening, and he's like, I'm never going to abandon my brother.
Yeah, like,
who would do that?
Charlie's super loyal, and, like,
and Charlie was also a lot more functioning as an addict than his brother was.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, to see, like, Charlie go down the same path is just kind of heartbreaking. But at the same time, you know, like, hopefully then now that means, like, if what happened to Liam, right, he's in a good place now. He got his act together. Hopefully, like, it'll be the same for Charlie. Like, because now he's hit essentially rock bottom,
yes,
right?
This
and,
is
like,
his lowest point.
Yeah, and so there's nowhere to go but up. Like, really. But then I think the main thing is, like, he has to take responsibility for his actions, and, like, he can't keep blaming every, like, external forces on, like, every decision that he makes, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for Charlie.
Yeah.
Through most of this episode.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he had this dream.
Mm-hmm.
He makes him worried, and then he overreacts.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sleepwalks and kidnaps Aaron. That's not in his control. That's not his fault.
Yeah.
But then he starts a fire and actually kidnaps Aaron.
Yes.
And it's like, what were you thinking, dude?
He wasn't. And I think that's the thing. Like,
and
he's
not
not thinking.
It's not like there wasn't an answer. It was time and space from Claire. She told you, she was communicating.
Yes.
This is what I need. I need you to give us some space.
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he would try, but then he'd get these stress nightmares about Aaron. And he would freak out. And the only person who would listen to him was Echo. Like, Locke wouldn't listen to him. Hurley was off doing his own thing, so he wasn't there to help Charlie not be an idiot.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Charlie. Like, he's really bad at respecting boundaries, especially Claire's boundaries. And because like he's so attached to both of them that he just doesn't like. It is selfish in a way because he's not respecting her boundary, and like she's clearly communicating what she needs from you, and you're just blatantly ignoring it because of your own selfish need to like protect Aaron, right? Yeah. And that's,
at the same time, it's like, I know it's not literal, but it's like telling someone, hey, you need to spend some time away from your child, your newborn baby. It's not his baby, but in his mind it is, you know? And it's like, I could give Claire space, but I still want to be with my child.
Well,
but where she's come from is, it's not your child.
Well, but it's not just that. Like, I think the problem is, it's not just the fact that he's not the father, but also like it's similar to the whole like how Megan was like, she's keeping me away from my daughter because I dropped her, and like at that point, right, like Charlie was already starting to show signs of like, I'm dangerous to be, like Aaron is dangerous, or is Charlie is dangerous to be around. So like he was already showing signs of that. So I don't really blame her for being like, hey.
After the sleepwalking, for sure.
Well, no, even before that,
Before
like,
that, it was. I'm not saying it worked out. I'm not saying Claire was unreasonable. I'm saying from Charlie's perspective.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to say you can't. Any time apart from the spouse or girlfriend, I get it. But that's my baby, and I can't just not be around my baby. I gotta check in, make sure it's okay. And everyone's like, "Hey, no, hey, no." And he's like, "But my baby." It's like, yeah, but it's not your baby, dude.
Yeah, and
I know it's. I get why he couldn't stay away 100%. If the sleepwalking thing didn't happen, and I'm gonna say if Locke wasn't a hypocrite, this might have turned out better, or at least not as bad. This was a turning point for me too in terms of Locke, because come on, Locke, who are you? Why is this one instance not a vision? Like Echo recognized it as this happened for a reason, and Locke, who thinks literally everything happens for a reason except this one thing, this isn't for a reason. The reason is you suck and I hate you now. Like, I don't know. I was the first time I watched this, and every time I watch this since, I go, Locke, shut up. Who are you, man, to decide what is and isn't a vision? What isn't and isn't supposed to happen? You know? I don't know. That got on my nerves. Locke just outright just not being sympathetic to Charlie like he was in season 1.
Yeah, that is
because he made one mistake, which was keeping drugs around, not using, but I mean, it's been 50-something days, and it's been less than that he last used heroin. That's not a lot of time for an addict, you know? And there's a lot more heroin on the island. You think that's not weird? Locke, guy who sees signs everywhere. You don't think it's weird that there's a heroin addict on an island that has heroin just all over the place?
Yeah, the fact that Charlie was like, "Oh, this is a test. Like, this is my test." Like, that made
and he stumbled. He didn't stick the landing on this test.
He's like, "Yeah, that makes sense." Like, yeah, it is a.
Locke was like, "Nope."
It is a bit weird, but like, I don't know. I guess I can see from Locke's point of view. Like, it's hard. Like. It's drugs are it's difficult to put into words. And like when a known drug addict is going off again like that, and I think that's the thing, like Yeah.
When he says he didn't go back and use, do you believe him?
If I were in Locke's situation, I probably wouldn't have. Because, yeah, like, if literally Charlie was fine up until that point, right? And then literally all of a sudden, like, he's starting to show signs of, like, going back to the beginning. Because he was like that in the beginning. He was very impulsive, selfish, and, like, didn't really think about what he was doing. And he was using in the beginning. So if you're seeing, it's only, like, it makes sense and it's realistic to think, hey, like, he's going back to the way he was when he was using. He's probably using again. Especially because Locke knows now, like, right, he found the statues. Like, it's very reasonable to think that, like, yeah, Charlie would be using again. And, like, and I think the thing with Echo, like, because he had that whole thing with Charlie and, like, Echo's just a different person and, like, he's a lot more empathetic. Like, he didn't know Charlie back then. Yeah, exactly. He didn't know Charlie back then, so he wouldn't really know. Yeah. So, yeah, he's gonna believe Charlie, like, if he's, like, not using. So, it's, like, I honestly, like, yeah, I don't blame Locke for, like, not for losing trust in Charlie. And we all, like, he already got caught in a lie. Like, 2 lies at that point. I mean, about the same thing, yeah, but it's, like, just because it's one big lie, does that make it more okay than telling 2, like, smaller lies? Like, no, it's still, he still lied twice. Like, not only did he lie about it, he's still trying to victimize himself, even though he knows he lied. And then not only is he trying to victimize himself, he's trying to dismiss responsibility from himself. And he's not even, like, he admits to the lie, fine. But that doesn't mean he's taking responsibility, saying, like, oh, I lied and that was wrong, so therefore blank, I'm gonna do better. He's just like, oh yeah, whatever, I lied, but I still need to, he still needs to be saved. I'm still right. Like, you know, like, how are you gonna like get caught in a lie and then immediately after be like, you need to trust me? Like, like, how are you can't expect someone, and this is the thing too, he expects people to just trust him right after he gets caught in the lie. And I think that's the issue with me, because that's why I was saying, like, during the episode, like, with Locke, yes, he lied, but he also took responsibility for the lie that he told. He's like, yeah, I was wrong. Boone died. That's my, like, you know, that's on me. And, well, like,
he does later say Boone was a sacrifice the island demanded.
Right.
Which is a little, like, that's a little weird.
It is a bit weird. But, like, I feel like Locke he takes more responsibility for his fucking craziness, I guess, in a way. Like he knows it's like kind of iffy. And he doesn't necessarily expect other people to believe him, actually. He's like, I don't really care if you believe me. I believe me, and that's all I need. And then he just does what he does.
Well, no, because he needed Jack to push the button.
Well, in that instance, right, he needed it, yeah, because, like, just the mechanic of the button.
No, he told everyone else, no, you can't push. Jack has to be the one to push the button.
Jack was also going through.
Jack came back, gave you the code. All right, I'm leaving, and Locke's like, no, you have to be the one to push it. And Jack's like, no, this is your thing. You push it. And then Saeed's like, I'll push it. And Locke's like, no, you're not. Jack, you do it.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, Locke forces his beliefs on others all the time.
Not all the time.
This season he has. So, a lot. I'm just saying, I think Locke effed up. I think Charlie effed up more. I think the smarter move would be not to stampede through the camp, shouting at Claire, you need to baptize the baby. Yeah. He said, Echo, tell Claire what you told me. Yeah. Or Locke, I need you to tell Claire or Kate or Hurley, can you tell Claire to talk to Echo? I did my job. Well,
that's the thing, right? Like, Charlie isn't as, like, level-headed as Locke. I say level-headed in, like, as like, Locke is very, like, he's not impulsive like that. Like, not like Charlie. He doesn't, like, he's very emotional, but he doesn't let his emotions like take over like Charlie. And I think that's the main difference, which is why when Locke was like, you need to earn trust back. It's like, yeah, like everyone does, like,
yeah,
right?
And
like,
yeah, Charlie wasn't willing to wait.
And yeah, exactly. Charlie was not willing to wait for that.
Yeah.
Or respect what needed to be done
to
get it back.
This is a point in time when Charlie should not have been... What he needed was to not be alone.
Yeah.
And everyone was ostracizing him for one reason or another. Except for Mr. Echo.
Yeah, it's...
And I wish Hurley was more present, but Hurley was doing his own thing. I get why Claire wanted distance, but like everyone else was like... wanted nothing to do with Charlie.
I mean, it's hard because like... This is what I'm saying, like... it's hard, like, addiction is hard and it affects everyone. It doesn't just affect the person who's using. So, like, at that point, everyone had already, like, knew Charlie. At this point, most people know, I think, Charlie's using. Like, at least Claire, Jack, and Locke, and Kate? Sawyer? Maybe?
No, I don't think they knew. I think it was, well, I don't know who was told, and I don't know who found out after the fact through spread, but he told Hurley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Hurley.
He told Claire and Jack
and
Locke. Saeed didn't know. That's why Saeed revealed that there was heroin on the island.
Yeah.
And he told Echo later on when Echo found the heroin and all that.
Yeah. So it's
I don't know who... Hurley could have just told people not knowing it was a secret, or...
Right.
Because he's Hurley.
Yeah. So, like, at this point, it's kind of like... He's already affected so many people with his addiction, and he has, now that he has this opportunity to use again, and then he's all on top of the fact that the opportunity's there and he's acting like this, you would think, he's using again. And it's harder because also, like, you have to think about the fact that they're on an island and they're just trying to survive, and they're trying to look out for each other, but when you have an addict on the island like that, and like you're also worrying about yourself and everyone else's survival, that's just to add that to like drug addiction. You don't have time to like really, really worry about all that stuff. And so like you need to protect yourself, and you need to protect your, like, the people who don't have those issues, who are more likely to survive and help out as well. Because like at that point, right, if you think someone's using, they're not going to contribute much. Like Liam was like, he was basically like sprawled out, right? I mean, they don't know that, but like just based on Charlie's behavior, he's not really going to be much help to anyone, including himself. He's just going to be dangerous to be around and possibly harm or, you know, even kill other people who aren't using. And so, he's a danger to himself and others. So, like, why would you want that type of person around everyone else? And especially when one of them is a baby, literally. So, like, I understand why everyone ostracized him. And, like, I mean, it's good that Echo, because he wasn't part of the original group. Like, and also,
Echo,
that's just not...
the person he was before the island was an awful person. So he's willing to give... second chances. Yeah,
exactly. So, like, just, you know, his personality, and also, like, he didn't really know Charlie before this. Like, it is good that he had that, and I'm glad that he had that, because it could have been a lot worse. But I don't think it's fair to be like, they should have just thought from his perspective and, like, supported him. Like,
I just wish they didn't leave him alone as much as everyone did.
Well, but they had to, like, not had to, but like, it's... They're literally like, he's dangerous. Like, they think he's using. And
I'm talking at the beginning of the episode, not post baby kidnapping. Well, maybe Hurley should have spent more time with him after he kidnapped the baby in his sleep. It's like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to sleep in your tent and make sure that doesn't happen again. Something like that. But no, they just, you sleptwalk and kidnapped the baby? Oh, bye, dude. I'm not going to look into this at all. Like, come on. You're supposed to be his friends, and you're just... And you know he's an addict, you know he's going through something, and you're just leaving him alone or giving him the stink eye. By the end of the episode, I get why everyone's, you know, turned on him. But before that point, I feel like the fact that no one is helping him because the story needs to happen. You know, if he has a support system, then this wouldn't happen. So obviously he can't have a support system, or else we can't have the episode.
I think yes and no. Like, he could have... I mean, he had a support system. He didn't have the support system necessarily in the beginning. He kind of did, right? Like, the first time when he was actually using and then everyone was helping him, right?
Yeah,
like,
he had Locke and Jack helping.
Kind of, yeah, right? Like, he had them and he was still using.
When was that?
Well, he was, like, in the beginning, like...
In the very beginning.
And
then Locke found out and helped him kick it, and then Jack helped him with getting over the withdrawals. Yeah,
the withdrawals, but like he was still using, and he still had them there. Like, even though they didn't know, right?
I asked it, as you said, if you were one of the people on the island, you would assume, you believe he was using.
Yeah.
As a viewer, as an omnipotent real person in real life who just saw the episode, do you think he was using?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because I know all the different parts, right? And I'm seeing it, obviously. I don't think, me as a viewer, no. But if I'm putting myself in, like, Locke's shoes or, like, Jack's shoes, right? Like, why they would ask him, are you using? And because Charlie's like, why would you ask me that? It's like, what? Like, do you see how you're acting, Charlie? Like, of course they're going to ask you. Like, you're acting like you were in the beginning of the series when you were using. So, yeah, like, it's really reasonable to ask that. And, like...
I do also notice Jack just asked him plainly, You promise me you'll never do anything like this again. And he goes, okay. And Jack's fine with it.
Yeah?
I mean, that's, I don't know. Jack's reaction, I mean, a lot of people would say, you're banished. You gotta, we can't trust you. You set a fire that could have killed people. You might be using, we're done with you. But Jack's like, give me your word that you're not going to do it again. Okay.
Well, I mean, Jack is similar to Echo in the sense that he's very empathetic and, like, he's really understanding of people. So it makes sense because I don't think if it was Locke, it would not have been
you're banished. We can't trust you, Charlie.
He literally punched Charlie right after.
To the point where he needed stitches.
I know. So, like, it makes sense to Jack and Echo's character that they would believe Charlie. And yeah, like you said, he does need a support system. And those two do know about his addiction. And I think especially because, like, I think it's also, like, Jack and Echo probably have more of a direct, like, they've seen it. Like, like Jack's a doctor, right? He's probably seen people come in with addictions.
And his dad was an alcoholic.
Yeah, that too, right? And then Echo literally brought that, like, you know, literally worked in it.
It's his heroin.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally, it's his heroin. So, like, I mean, clearly he knows what the effects are. And so, like, they have a more direct, like, relationship with it. And so they can probably relate to Charlie a lot more than someone who's never, like, dealt with anyone who's had an addiction or if they've never personally had an addiction. So... yeah, it's like it's a lot of work, but like there comes a time I think when it's gonna affect everyone, and like there's only so much you can do for someone until you have to step back for your own health, and that's why it's like even if he did have a support system, like yes, they do need a support system very badly, and they're in a really bad time in their lives where they do need that. But also part of it is like they need to also want help, because you can't help someone if they don't want help. Really, like.
Well, let's move on to the mysteries of the episode.
The washing machine.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that one up first, but if you want to start there, Libby brings up the fact that the washing machines look newer than everything else down there. Everything else in there is like from the 70s, but the washers look like they're relatively new. That's weird.
Yeah.
Why is that? That's a mystery. What I was going to say, Charlie's dreams. We've seen other characters have weird dreams. Mostly Locke. Locke and I think Sawyer had a dream. Where his dad was replaced by a boar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the only ones, right?
I mean, Jack had a standing dream where he saw his dad in the jungle.
Yeah.
It was more a hallucination, I guess.
Kate sees a horse.
Everyone basically sees Walt. Yeah, I thought that was funny. He was just like, everyone's seen Walt in the jungle. Like, but I'm doing drugs? Okay. Yes. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Like, that's a good point.
Yeah. So would Charlie's dreams related to that stuff? Or is it just stress?
It might be both.
Okay.
Like, it could be like the whole, like how you were saying, like, it just so happens that the heroin addict landed on the same island where Echo's heroin was there. And then he just happened, like, the same guy whose heroin it is also on the island. And then, like, all of those coincidences is like, it's probably, I could see it being related to that. Like, it's a test. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
And it's mentioned, and then, because I started writing it down, and then they answered it pretty quickly, which is, why does Hurley recognize Libby?
Oh.
And she says,
You stepped
on my foot when you rushed on the plane. I'm like, the answer. Okay, never mind. But it was brought up that, it wasn't brought up in this one, but that Hurley seems to have a crush on Libby.
It's cute.
You think he's got a chance?
Yeah, why not? He's a nice guy.
He's very nice.
He's awkward, but he's nice and, like, respectful and a little bit airheaded, but,
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, okay. Sawyer, I like Sawyer's interactions with Hurley this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, Libby!
It was cute how he was trying to help Hurley. Yeah.
Well, he was a little rude at first, which Kate brought up, saying, like, all he did was, he's asking questions and you're acting like you're in junior high. What's up with that? And then later when they're just, hanging out, he takes the opportunity to actually help Hurley. Which is nice.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, I mean, even Libby was kind of flirting back with Hurley, so, like, yeah, I'd say he has a chance.
Okay. Well, what did you all think of this episode? Let us know in the comment section below. I don't have a question for this episode.
Yeah, it's
kind of a bummer episode.
It's okay. We're rooting for Charlie.
Yeah, he's hit rock bottom. He has nowhere to go but up.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.